Bro, if you're a beginner in lifting, like in strength training, don't make this mistake I made when I was an absolute beginner. So I've been going to the gym, like strength training, pretty seriously for about a year and a half now. And before that, I went for 1 year in 2017. I did resistance training, and I was really into it. Like I was a beginner, and I was really into it for about a year. I enjoyed it a lot. I was going like 5 times a week to train. I was really into it. And then I started noticing that my left shoulder started hurting on many lifts. And I noticed that my right knee was also starting to hurt, feel a bit sharp on many lifts as well. And this problem continued for about a month, where I was just having, where I couldn't really lift that heavy on many exercises because my shoulder was just hurting so much. And so, pretty much, the pain got unbearable and I pretty much gave up. I stopped lifting. Now, that was a mistake that I made that I wish I didn't do. Just because you're hurting, don't quit weightlifting. Like, I know it sounds obvious, right? Obviously. Like, just because you have an injury doesn't mean you should quit weightlifting. It's just an injury. You should heal it and get back into it, right? I didn't have that belief. I thought that once I got injured, it's like that was it. I'm done lifting for the rest of my life, so I pretty much gave up. Oh, yeah. And so, because I gave up, I stopped lifting for 3 years till I finally got back into it again. And that whole time, I thought I was never going to lift again. It went from my favorite thing in the world to do to pretty much out of my life completely. It devastated me. But, so yeah, good to learn from the past. So I'll say, yeah, if you get an injury, don't give up. What I wish I did was, first of all, I should have realized that if an exercise hurts to do, don't do it. Just pick a different exercise. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like, just because I couldn't do bench press doesn't mean I couldn't train chest. I could do other chest exercises or machines that still targeted the chest, but which didn't hurt me so much. And one thing I wish I did was I wish I went lighter on the weights. Since I was a beginner, my form was probably not perfect. My form wasn't that good. So that's a part of the reason I was lifting too heavy. And so I was putting too much stress on my joints. So I wish I just went lighter and just focused a bit more on the form. And yeah, and if that doesn't help, you can search up videos on YouTube like how to stop specific shoulder pains or knee pain. Now, obviously, like, only do this if the pain isn't super serious. Like, for me, the pain wasn't like super, super serious, but it was enough to make me not be able to lift a lot of weight. So I gave up. So if the pain is not that serious, I wish I just went onto YouTube and I learned. I treated it as something that I could learn, and I just learned how to remove the injury. Now, of course, if the injury is like more serious, like your shoulder's seriously hurting a lot or your knee or something, then obviously go to the doctor, like don't do this for injuries that are really serious. But for me, it was a very, very minor kind of like pain in the area, and I gave up completely because of that minor pain. you know, if it was like a serious injury, maybe I would have like gone to a doctor and he would have put me back on the path to going back to the gym pretty much instantly. So actually, a serious injury might have been better than this weaker injury for me. But anyway, so that was a mistake I made as a beginner. Yeah.